we were coming home from Ashland, maybe 3 years ago. It was just before COVID, I think, maybe. And Rick always drives, and I always sit in the front seat, and Dawn's in the back seat, usually asleep. But we were heading up I-5, and it was a cloudy, gray day, and all of a sudden, up ahead, we see a tornado forming coming out.
You see Toto?
Yeah, it is. And we're looking at each other. We're thinking. We start talking to each other. Should we pull over? Should we go under an underpass? Should we wake up Dawn? So we did. We finally woke them up. But none of us thought to film it. But it was. I mean, it was a funnel cloud forming and dropping down. It was. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So now when we go to Ashland,
You're always on the lookout.
We'll wake you up if there's a tornado, Dawn.
So there might be a picture. I should look for that.
Yeah.
That was a fun thing.
I took pictures of it, but I had to go online and find, because none of it, we didn't actually take a movie of it. We just took pictures.
But
I did find movies of it when we got home.
Yeah.
They're not so interesting to, I think, a large audience. But,
Yeah.
but you know, Don and Sharon have come together in the literature aspect. And no.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay. I won't force it. It's okay.
I'm not totally uncooperative, however, but I just wanted to fill in. One of the things that has been a recurrent thing for this collaboration is their love of To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, yes.
They have both.
My favorite.
Well, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
And so it is something that they have been united with for decades. It is his absolute favorite. It's Sharon's.
It's my favorite.
Sharon has taught that for many years.
Yeah.
We all know the character.
You're back on film. Just to warn you.
We told the tornado story.
Oh, okay.
That you slept through?
Yes.
Almost. We woke him up.
I got some pictures of it, but it never occurred to me to turn the video on.
We were all just flummoxed.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience.
Anyway, the only reason I interjected was because I wanted you to know a little bit of Don's background with art restoration, because you talked about the totem pole. And the totem pole is a very interesting, funny, quirky story. Not his standpoint, but I don't know if you caught a little vocabulary thing where he called it a sculpture.
Oh,
I heard him say that, yeah.
yeah, I heard you, but it didn't like send off bells and whistles.
I think that you have a wonderful project coming up, all of you, or the community, in finding a place for that. But it's been a little fraught with controversy, not this totem pole, but totem poles around here. So there was one near Pike's Place in Seattle, which they thought was a pretty neat thing to do. But indigenous peoples protested. They said, you've got something that doesn't represent anybody who ever lived here. You've got a totem pole, but it's not a totem pole that represents us.
Right,
And so they wound up taking that down. Now, do you remember what this totem pole is?
Ours?
Yeah.
I mean, we had the creator, his son did an essay, and so he talked about, the different portions. And I'm not remembering.
They're
Pioneers.
European, Caucasian.
Right.
The steamboat captain.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Oh, okay.
And
Not
so,
indigenous.
not at all. That doesn't mean that it isn't an extraordinary piece of work.
Right.
And one thing that he didn't mention was that he learned how to preserve the wood before he touched up the paint.
Oh.
So he figured out how to add the chemical compositions that would hold back any fungus and things that would deteriorate it. So it's going to be, whenever it is finished, maybe it is finished, it's going to be extraordinarily well preserved, and maybe the art will be touched up maybe by the artist himself, and we'll see if anybody has a problem with it.
That it will be interesting because of the fight we had over, you know, if the casino belonged here.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
all of that, so,
Well, that should be interesting.
yeah,
There is no question that it's an important part of the community,
uh-huh,
and that it is an amazing piece of art. But we'll see what happens to it.
that is interesting.
Every time, we don't come here very often anymore,
Uh-huh.
for a variety of reasons. But we always look to see, have they put that up yet?
Yeah,
Is it there?
yeah.
And I heard you mention the roundabout.
Uh-huh.
I think that sounds like a wonderful place.
Yeah, I don't know that 3 would fit there, but,
Yeah, I don't know where the other two are from, but it seems like there were a couple of them that needed to be moved or
huh,
from somewhere, but I don't
uh-huh.
know. And I may be totally wrong. So,
I've done 2 of our past mayors, Jim
Mhm.
Irish and Jack Wells, and I did a Korean POW,
Oh, okay.
Kenny Vile,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and love Kenny,
Yeah, he's
and
great.
he's about to turn 92, and then Tom Woldridge I did, and Tom he was my first,
Okay.
and that was when I was just doing a recording, and he'd call me up and say, Suze, I remembered something else, so I'd go back, and finally I just gave him the recorder,
There you go.
and I said, when you think of something, you let me know, and
I'm
you
not
know,
going to do that.
I'll add it too, but
That's fun.
they've all been so different and given me such a slice of history. And Kenny's was the hardest. He teared up. He would,
Such a
you
nice
know,
man.
oh,
He
yeah.
came to graduation one year and gave every graduate a silver dollar.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was,
Really?
well, if I recall correctly, he was in Korea, he was taken prisoner in Korea,
Yeah.
but he missed his graduation because
Yeah.
of the war. And when he came back, the superintendent, whoever was the superintendent, was not going to give him his diploma.
Oh,
So he finally got it, but, you know.
yeah.
Wow. But the last thing I wanted to just add, what Sharon did at graduation with the senior class is one of the most extraordinary.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, my goodness, but I have gone and told people about this halfway across the country.
Uh-huh.
She talked about all of them. How many were there? Well, and you know,
it used to be, you
even
could.
if it's only
Yeah.
20, that's no small thing.
That's right.
But people that I have talked to,
Yeah.
who I've told about our friend Sharon,
Uh-huh.
I have just been astounded that they went to a place together, and that she did that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we went to graduation just to hear her.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So that I don't think that can be praised enough.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Because
I-
it's
that guy,
something.
can you
I
tell?
agree. I
Well,
agree. But yeah, and
But I don't have anything else to say.
there
Not that-
there's some things that only small towns can get away with,
I think so.
and that unfortunately is going away rapidly.
Yeah.
It seems like.
People that don't even know her are still asking, did they do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just extraordinary.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
how-
we got here at the right time, Dawn and I, we did,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just think how many lives you've touched between you two, all the students, and
There were a few of them.
and there's so often that it's that one special teacher that changes everything for someone, changes their entire course, and you two have probably hit on more than you even know.
Well, and quite a number of them have become our friends, too.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Which
yes.
is very nice.
Quick friend.